I'm a god. I have been stabbed, shot, poisoned, frozen, hung, electrocuted, and burned. Every morning I wake up without a scratch on me, not a dent in the fender. I am an immortal.
Welcome to Deconstructing Bill Murray. I am Frank. We got Ray McGuff over here.
Hello.
And my cohort from the last Roundup horror show, Jason Miller, is here to talk about a great...
What is this show? What is this show?
We're going through Bill Murray's filmography.
His whole catalog, huh?
Yeah, we started with a movie called Loose Shoes, which he's in for a brief moment. Then we did Meatballs.
Never seen it.
It's not really worth your time, except for there's a song at the end that I highly recommend. What was that called, Ray? Do you remember? What's the lyrics they sing?
I can't remember, but it's terrible.
Something loose shoes and a warm place to shit was
warm place to shit.
Yeah,
a warm pussy and a warm.
Oh God, Ray!
Yeah. I didn't write it.
It's hot pussy, loose shoes, and a warm place to shit.
Yeah.
Tight pussy, loose shoes, and a warm place to shit. Tight pussy, loose shoes, and a warm place to shit. Tight pussy, loose shoes, and a warm place to shit. That's it. That's it.
Then we watched Meatballs last episode, and
awesome.
This time we're doing Where the Buffalo Roam from 1980.
All right.
So, how long? First impressions, first experiences with this movie. When was the first time you guys saw this?
Probably 2000.
Jason?
I don't know. Right after I watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I didn't know about this movie until after I seen that, and then someone finally speaks up and says, "Oh, Bill Murray plays this character." Yeah. All right, well, thanks for keeping that a secret.
Now, how do you think? Like, this is the thing. I'm watching this. I enjoyed this. I like it. I don't like it as much as Fear and Loathing, but there are moments that I like better. There's scenes, and we'll talk about it. But I think it would be very weird if you didn't know who Hunter S Thompson was at all. And you watched this movie, and had no idea that it was a series of short stories put together.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Yeah, you need to go to bed. Oh, good night.
Hi.
Anyways, that totally threw me off. Yeah. I think it would be like you wouldn't know what was going on at all. You wouldn't have any idea whatsoever who this guy is.
You just think, what a bunch of assholes, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it a summary. Semi-biographical film based on the experiences of gonzo journalist Hunter S Thompson. Directed by Art Linson, who is actually like a big time producer. He's done, if you look at his IMDb page, he's done a ton of stuff. Untouchables, Heat, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Fight Club, Scrooged. Like, there's a ton of stuff. This is written by Hunter S Thompson loosely, but the screenplay was by John Kay. And did you guys read anything about this movie and the production? By any chance?
Not the production, no, but I did about some of the actors. But yeah,
essentially, this guy, in Ralph Steadman, the guy that does Hunter's artwork and stuff, the gonzo artwork and that whole font that he uses and stuff. He had commented on this writer. He had said that he had had the love for what Thompson did, but he didn't have the mindset to pull this off correctly. Right?
Yeah,
probably. And so. Essentially what happened was Hunter S. Thompson took no credit for the writing of this at all. He hated the script. And eventually by the time they started shooting it, Bill Murray wasn't too sure about it either, because he was so close with Hunter. And after this movie, after he hung out with Hunter and they did this, he kind of, for the next year on SNL, he annoyed the shit out of people by living like this, like being kind of like Hunter and mimicking the way he lived. But yeah, evidently nobody wanted to take any fucking credit for this whatsoever. And they were worried about the continuity of it because it's so chopped up. Like it's just 3 stories, basically. I thought that they did a really great job recreating Hunter's house at the beginning, because it bookends the story with Hunter riding in his cabin or whatever. And from what I saw from Owl Creek, it looked basically just like it. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, it's I've seen photos from Rolling Stone, that exposés that they did. This opening looks just like his house. I was surprised that it wasn't, honestly. I thought they used it, but I guess I mean, if it was a set, it was really good. So
yeah, what do you think about Bill Murray's portrayal of Hunter S. Thompson?
I felt, and I still do after rewatching it, I feel like it's more of a cartoon version of the Hunter S. Thompson. Like Johnny Depp's version is a more like I got into his skin and now I'm him version. Like this is more of a cartoon version for me. But I liked it. He did a really good job. But when I'm watching it, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's pretty cartoony.
Yeah. I think Bill Murray isn't good at impressions. I mean, he's good at being Bill Murray. Put a different name on him, put a different outfit on him. He's still going to be the same essential guy. This was like if someone filtered Hunter through Bill Murray in some way.
Right.
Hunter met with the film screenwriter John Kay, and he felt that he understood what was in the script. But what he ended up writing was, as Hunter quoted, bad, dumb, low level, low rent. So he took all creative control out of his hands and gave it to this dude. Some interesting choices they were considering when they were
not so fast.
Uh-oh.
You guys thought this was a more cartoony? Like I thought Depp was a lot more over the top than.
No.
Yeah,
Have you seen any?
As far as acting, as far as acting goes, I think Johnny Depp is more cartoony, but the film's more serious and well done. The movie itself seems like more of a cartoon, especially like the plane scene later on.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the animations and stuff. Yeah. They were considering Martin Scorsese to direct this film at one point, with Jack Nicholson starring. Can you imagine what that would have been?
Oh boy!
They were considering Jack Nicholson or Chevy Chase or Dan Aykroyd or John Belushi to play Hunter. John Belushi seems like a weird one, especially.
Yeah. I mean, I could see maybe Dan Aykroyd. And early Dan Aykroyd, possibly, Yeah, I don't know.
I would have liked to seen like all those screen tests, to be honest with you. Evidently, like I said, this was a mess from the beginning with the screenplay and all that. And it seemed like towards the end, nobody wanted to be a part of it. Even the screenwriter like signed off at the end. Like I don't know who ended up getting credit for writing this thing overall. The movie opens up. Let's just walk through it a little bit with Hunter in a hospital doing all kinds of wild shit. This is really kind of a cartoony. I mean, the way it's shot and everything is very much like Airplane or something like that. All kinds of liquor and drugs. Laszlo enters through a window, and they go tearing off through the city as the doctors burst in his room. Hunter
Peter
and
Boyle.
Hunter and Laszlo. What was his name in Fear and Loathing? It wasn't Laszlo, right?
No, it's shit. This is my attorney. I can't think. I'll have to think about it for a minute.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's not Laszlo though.
But they end up going to a bar. Who would not? They bring in this IV thing that has wild turkey on it and stuff. No bar, I don't care what decade it is going to let you bring in your own liquor to a bar, even if it's in a fucking IV thing. whatever.
Cartoony.
Yeah, but this lawyer comes in, insults Laszlo. They assault him, of course, and then it cuts to them in a courtroom with a bunch of hippies. These are all Laszlo's clients. So basically, this guy is representing potheads that are getting thrown in jail.
Oh, I have it. Raoul Duke.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Sorry. That's the attorney in the other one, Raoul Duke.
There's weird shit that they have him do when he gets to this courthouse. Like, he takes a woman's blood, evidently, or does he? Is he just fucking with her?
Yeah, I was sitting here like, wait, I don't even remember this part. He stabs her with the thing. Hold on, we're almost done.
And I think that maybe in Fear and Loathing, like, he was doing shit like that, but maybe it was made to seem like it was more of a hallucination. This seemed like he was just doing this shit and walking through a courtroom with a Bloody Mary. The courtroom scene was one of my favorite things. It had Craig T. Nelson in there. There was some fun pieces with the jury and Hunter's, outbursts and stuff. Yeah, my favorite part of the movie, I think, is when he arrives at the hotel and then he's fucking around. There's midgets. He's got all this shit he's ordering.
Whoa.
Every midget that I know calls themselves a midget. So
little people. I know
like 4 little people, and all of them call themselves midgets. So whatever. Maybe it's like an inward thing. You gotta be one to say it. I don't know.
What N-word are you talking about?
What? You're calling me whatever. You're throwing me on the table. They're little people. Whatever. This sounds worse to me.
I did like when he dumped all of his stuff out looking for his ID, and the little people are like digging through.
Yeah, they're helping.
Yeah.
And one of those little people,
they're not jerks, Randy. They'll help out. I mean,
right. I mean, I thought they were looking for gold
people.
coins.
They're human beings.
But
they weren't just looking for gold coins.
But yeah, one of the midgets is in Fear and Loathing. He's the guy that brings Johnny Depp the phone. They use the same dude. That's the only crossover that I saw in the credits. It starts to really slow down here when he sets up the football game in his room, and then from that point until he gets
nothing connects from here on out. It's all segments
until it gets to where he's picks up the hitchhiker. It's kind of slow, I think. But there's this song that comes in. I don't know if you had subtitles going on your video or whatever. There's this Creedence Clearwater song that comes on, and according to the subtitles, what he is singing is "Keep on Choogling," and that's all he's saying. Keep on choogling, keep on choogling, and it's just over and over, man. And I gotta look that up. That can't be what he's saying. It can't be, right?
I don't believe so.
Choogling? I don't know. But this
is one of their most famous hits.
Keep on choogling?
Keep on choogling. CCR.
The Hitch-Hiker scenes where it starts to get a little more interesting to me, because I liked this version of this scene better than the Fear and Loathing with Tobey Maguire scene, just because of how much coke Bill Murray is doing, and how he's driving with his foot at one point, and it's a little bit more chaotic, I think. But I'm guessing that must be how Hunter does cocaine, because both Johnny Depp and Bill Murray did the same kind of reaction after they snorted it. So I thought that was a cool link,
Mm-hmm.
What did you think about the Hitch-Hiker scenes? Do you like this one more than the Fear and Loathing, or opposite?
Me or Jason?
Either one of you, both of you, whatever.
I like this scene a lot. I think it's like you said, it's definitely more chaotic. You're in the other one, it just seems like they're screwing with the guy. This one, you seem like there's actual danger. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's got a gun trained on him the whole time. That's not how it is in Fear and Loathing, I don't think. Yeah, the whole gun running part is kind of crazy to me. I didn't really enjoy that entire portion of the movie very much.
No.
And then it runs into like a seminar where he's just talking at a college, and it doesn't start getting good until they like go to the plane scene, and then everything after that I'm fine with. It kind of speeds up. He encounters Nixon in a bathroom at one point.
Tells him who's coming for his daughter, because that made me laugh right out.
Oh my god, it was such a rant.
Like, they took my daughter too, and they're definitely coming for yours.
Yeah, it made me want Bill Murray to read all of Hunter S. Thompson's books, though, when he would do those long rants.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would do such a good job at that. But yeah, one of the funniest things, the funniest lines or scenes in this movie is when Laszlo shows up towards the end, and he has like a picture of this land. Then he's like, "This could be our land. We got dope, we got land, we got women." And Hunter goes, but you got, what kind of women are going to come? You got shitty dope.
Shitty dope and a handful of dirt.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I think that you almost have to be a fan of both Bill Murray and Hunter S. Thompson to like this movie. If you don't know who Hunter is, I don't think you'll like it at all. Or if you don't like what he did and you like Bill Murray, I don't think it'll work. I don't know. Do you think if you were just a Bill Murray fan, hated Hunter S. Thompson, that you could get through this movie?
No way. Absolutely not.
I gave it a 7 out of 10. So that's how much I liked it. I think it drags on in parts, but the good parts are good enough to hold up the whole boat. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
As a Hunter S. Thompson fan, I give this one a 7 out of 10 as well. It's not as good as the later stuff that they do, you know. Fear and Loathing, and I would even say, what was the other one where Johnny Depp reprised the role, where he's riding in Cuba? Rum Diaries. Yeah, I even like that one better than this one. Mm-hmm. But I think what they tried to do with this was unprecedented at that time. Like, they tried to make a biography gonzo like he would write. Mm. So, yeah. Jason, what do you think?
I think it's good for what it is. It's hard to not compare Murray to Depp, which I like. I like Depp way better. I think he's more over the top. I think Fear and Loathing is more of a. I don't know. Maybe we're just not on the same definition as cartoony, because that. I mean, if there's a cartoony movie, to me, I mean, the dinosaur scenes and.
Well, that was more like Delusions, you know, like. You know, they're on the drugs. They're showing you that, but this
everything is just it's more over the top, in my opinion. But
I got you.
Not trying to just take Fear and Loathing out of the picture.
Right.
Just as a Murray fan and a Hunter S. Thompson fan, like I don't know him real well. Obviously, I don't know him personally, but I've seen a few videos, and I think Bill Murray did a good job. There's only like. Every once in a while he would like scream or say something where it just straight up sounded like Bill Murray. Like, oh yeah, it's like he's doing good. He's doing a few good lines, and then Bill Murray just shows up out of nowhere. It's like he wasn't totally locked in, but like I said, it's hard to get Depp out of my head because I'm not a Johnny Depp fan at all. But I love Fear and Loathing that's.
Have you seen the Rum Diaries? Have you seen the Rum Diaries? No,
I haven't.
You should check it out, man, because it's just as good. So,
I tried to watch that one, but
I would. I'd say this one's a 7. I think it's just under being recommended for me. Like if I'm going to pick one of the movies, like it's going to be, hey, have you seen Fear and Loathing? I'm not ever going to say, have you seen Where the Buffalo Row? Like, yeah, I've seen it.
Right. Yeah, but if you say, have you seen Fear and Loathing? And they say, yeah. And then you say, well, have you seen Where the that would be the next question.
Yeah.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I'd be like, I'd say, have you seen the shit with Conan? Because that shit is fucking awesome. I'm going to pull some of that up right now.
Yeah. Hey, can I tell you a little fun fact, though? Like Jason always has fun facts. Check this out, Jason. So the guy, Mark Metcalf, is the actor who plays Dooley. That's the guy that's on the plane that's always telling Thompson to get the fuck off the plane.
Yeah.
He was born and raised in Findlay, Ohio.
No, Ray.
Swear to God, looked it
You're
up.
pulling my chain, Ray.
Say
Same
that
dude
again?
from Animal. Yeah, he was born and raised in Findlay, Ohio.
What? Who was it? Sorry,
Mark Metcalf, the guy that played Dooley. He was also in Animal House.
Okay.
Roethlisberger.
He was from
Another Roethlisberger.
yeah.
Could have been.
He's another Roethlisberger.
Here, I'm gonna bring this this Conan clip up. Hopefully, it doesn't give us a copyright issue, but I don't really give a fuck at this point. Pirates of the Internet.
One of the strangest guests I've probably had on the show was the legendary author and creator of gonzo journalism, Mr. Hunter S. Thompson. That's right. Hunter Thompson cultivated a reputation not only for his erratic behavior, but for producing some of the best writing of the last century, including Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Now, I really wanted to have Hunter on our late night show, and I wanted him on for a long time, but he always refused. He didn't want to come to the studio, all right? He finally agreed to appear on our show, but only if it was a remote segment, and I met him on a farm, this is all true, in upstate New York, to shoot guns and drink hard liquor. That's what he said. I think he probably expected me to say, well, that's not going to happen. I said, all right, let's do it. We brought a camera crew. Here's what happened. I think they're ready over on the firing range. Should we head over that way?
Yeah.
And the idea is
you're
going to instruct me in how to blow things to hell.
Well, no, we're going to do art.
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 What can I get you, sir?
I'll have that huge shotgun over there. A little more, Johnny. Nice. A little more. Yep.
A little more there. How about a little?
Thank you.
That's good.
You know, shoot a few things.
Why did he stick his finger in it?
Stirred it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go throw up.
Bottom right, eh?
Whoa. I'd say that was pretty
This would be a fun day.
Work.
Heck yeah.
Beautiful.
Horrible trigger.
Wow.
Oh,
That was good.
very good.
I'm going to come live with you for a month. We need the umbrella, some whiskey, and we need a machine gun. You get better contracts subsequently.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Okay, Hunter and I were shooting at some targets that he chose to make his art. Now we're going to be shooting at some targets that I have more of an interest in. So we have the NBC Peacock here, and the ape, this FAO Schwartz ape, will really fly apart.
The banner's not going to ever do you any good unless you put something in there.
We've strapped lots of paint to him. That bear's going to light up like a Christmas
You need something in
tree.
there that blows up. Now, if you have a propane canister.
Well, we've got a flare that we can shoot out of a grenade launcher at it.
Hunter has just requested a propane canister.
Yeah, that's fun stuff.
I miss that dude.
Yeah. He took it out on his own terms, though. You know, one thing about Johnny Depp is he did pay for that fucking ridiculous funeral.
I know, man.
I mean, that
I thought you were talking about Conan.
Oh.
Where's Conan at?
Conan's got a short TBS show now and a podcast that's pretty fucking awesome, to be honest with you. I listen to it every week.
Yeah, he's kind of rolled back his entire late night thing now. He only does it like sometimes.
It's kind of like, it looks kind of like Ellen too. Like they're sitting in easy chairs across from each other, and it's different. But Conan's still hilarious, man. I mean, even the stuff they're doing now from home with the social distancing and shit is pretty fucking good. Anyways, that's this episode. Do you have anything else, Ray? Any other notes or anything? Or
I was just also going to give a shout out to Marty Lewis, the character Marty Lewis, who's Hunter's editor for the magazine. He's on his ass. That's the actor Bruno Kirby. Yeah. Bruno Kirby was one of my favorite actors in the 90s, and he passed away in the early 2000s. But he was always awesome and shit. And every time he's in this, I thought he was great. So I just wanted to say. Yeah,
I recognized his name, and I looked at his IMDb, and I was like, I haven't seen none of this shit. So I was like,
Bruno Kirby?
I was
City
like,
Slickers.
Oh, yeah, I've seen City Slickers, but it's been so long, and I don't remember, who he was in it or whatever.
Yeah, he was always great though, man. Like anytime, like he was always usually in bit parts, as the friend or sidekick or a mafia boss or whatever,
What do you mean, City Slicker?
You never
ever
seen
seen City
City
Slickers?
Slickers?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
City Slickers 2: Legend of Curly's Gold.
Yeah. Side note: Bruno Kirby and Billy Crystal had a falling out. City Slickers 2. He's not in it, and they replaced him with John Lovitz.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just watched them. That's all I know. I just watched both.
Was Bruno Kirby one of the friend group or?
Yeah. Bruno Kirby was the guy with the mustache and City Slickers.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I thought he was like a ranch hand or some shit like that.
No,
he was part of the friend group.
Yeah, he tells the story about his best day, the same day that he kicked his dad out was his worst day too. Remember?
Right.
It's like this big scene. Yeah.
Yeah. You just watched both those movies, didn't you?
I did watch them back to back.
Jason
Part
just
2, not
Jason
as good
just
as 1.
Jason just watched some Tremors movies. How far did you get into that?
I stopped after 3.
Yeah. 3
There's no sense going on. 3 is horrible.
2 is
bad and 3 is horrible, and I love 1 always will.
This is how I went through it, because I hated 3 when I first saw it. The ass blasters,
horrible.
The ass blasters are terrible. They're the worst creature ever.
Everything, even the things they introduced in 2, like those.
Yeah.
The other things,
the little
like,
walkers.
I don't.
Yeah.
No.
This is what happened to me. After I watched that, I was like, fuck this franchise. It's dead. Or no, wait, it's 3. 3's the wait. not 3.
Frank.
I'm thinking 4. 3's the back in time one, right? There's one
Sure.
is
I checked out of it.
Yeah, there's 1, and then 2 has they have them walking around. They're a different form. And then 3 is back in time, and it's Old West. And then 4 is when they have the ass blasters come in, and it looks real CGI mess. But what happened to me was I watched 5, and I focused more on Bert, and Jamie Kennedy's in that one too. And they have a good, rapport, and I liked that a lot. The CGI is better too. And then I watched 6, and I liked that one too. Same reasons. And then I went back and watched 4 again.
I don't think I'm ever going. I ain't going no further.
I'm with Jason. I never made it past 3. I can't.
I wasted enough time. Like, they're not going to get better. I know they're not.
Yeah. I think it depends on what you like about Tremors, because I think when
Well, I like the first one. Everything about it. The worms. What's his Footloose dude?
Oh,
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, Bacon. Bacon's not in it no more yet.
Well, I liked 2 more than 1 just because of the shriekers. I love those things. The way they changed.
Is Reba McEntire in all of them?
No, just the first one.
Nope.
But anyways, this isn't a Tremors podcast.
It's not.
No. That's coming though.
What's up next? What's up next, Frank? What's on our next movie?
I don't know. Let me pull it up and see what we're doing.
All right, I want to give the people a taste.
Oh yeah,
a little tickle of what's next.
Let's see here. IMDb. He's got an extensive one, so it's going to take me a second to roll down.
Let's get right to the good stuff. I mean, what's your favorite Bill Murray movie
of all time?
Yeah,
that's hard.
That's a tough one, man.
I'm going to say St. Vincent. I don't know.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Man, of all time, I mean, if I'm just going strictly on Bill Murray making me laugh, I got to say Stripes. I've watched that one so many times. I laugh every time I watch it.
Well, it looks like, according to the IMDb, there's some movie called BC Rock where he does a voice. I think we're going to just pass that one because it seems like it'd be very hard.
Okay.
What's that? You want to know my favorite Bill Murray movie?
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to chime in. I apologize.
I think it's Groundhog Day.
That's
a good one.
Yeah, that would be my second pick, honestly.
I mean, it seems like I watch that movie all the time, and I never get sick of it.
We're going to do Caddyshack next. So.
Oh, yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, so that's this is going to be a fun show because there's not going to be a lot of shitty movies, and we can just skip the ones that we don't want to watch.
Jason, I'll throw out a tie for 2 for mine. This is a very low on the rung one. A lot of people don't pick it, but I love Bill Murray in this movie. It's called Mad Dog and Glory. Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of that.
I think I've heard of it. I know I've never seen it.
It's Uma Thurman, Robert De Niro, and Bill Murray. And Bill Murray plays the mafia boss in it. Robert De Niro plays this real shitty detective who's in love with the prostitute that Bill
seems
Murray
like they
owns.
got their roles reversed.
Yeah, and it's hilarious, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Am I allowed to say effing on this one?
You can say whatever you want on whatever you want, man.
All right.
We're gonna run
Highly
out of
recommended, Jason.
time here. So
all right.
Thanks for listening, everybody. And we will see you next time on Deconstructing Murray. I'm
Deconstructing Bill Murray. We're taking him apart.
We're not devastating him. We're destroying him. We're deconstructing.
Right.
See you later, Ray.
Bye, guys. Thanks. This was fun.
Yep. Bye.
I'm a god. I have been stabbed, shot, poisoned, frozen, hung, electrocuted, and burned. Every morning I wake up without a scratch on me, not a dent in the fender. I am an immortal.